hello there, Mr. Bond. I've been expecting you. Sorry about that. Right, I've had a look at your James Bond memorabilia when I first arrived as a buyer, and you as a seller. I'm going to inspect these items and possibly offer you some cash for them. Unfortunately, I can't offer you a vodka martini shaken. But anyway, we have a little bit of everything today, including more stuff there. So, what would James Bond be without his Bond girls and his ability to get his end away at every opportunity? We have a selection of lovely Bond girls here. These are all looking nice and clean. The only card with issues is obviously Honey Rider there from Dr. Now. She's been creased there, so I'm not sure what Sean Connery did to her. Right, we have Tatiana Romanov there. You remember from Goldfinger we had Pussy Galore and her all-female flying circus. There's Domino from Thunderbolt. From You Only Live Twice we have Aki. Right, not the finest ever in the James Bond series. I believe that's Tracy Bond from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Tiffany Case. Next, two of my favourites. We have Jane Seymour. She played Solitaire. You remember her and her card reading from Live and Let Die. Sir Roger's debut. He followed it up with another brilliant Bond film. In my opinion, the golden era. You had Britt Eklund, I believe, who played Goodnight, the Golden Gun. Anya from The Spy Who Loved Me. We have Dr. Holly Goodhead there. Some questionable names here. You'll have to tell me who that Bond girl is. Of course, you had Octopussy there in Octopussy. Mayday. And then the Living Daylights we had, I believe, Cara. And then the final one, The World Is Not Enough. Electra King there. So these cards are looking lovely. I may have to save these for later. Notice we have a James Bond CD here. It's a collection of the soundtracks from the movies up to GoldenEye. So it looks as though we have the soundtrack from every Bond up till that point. The case is a little bit broken there. Again, we have Good Night there, and the other one. Octopussy, I think. scratches, but we'll have to test that CD out. And then I like this. The inside you have the pictures there, cinematic releases from the Bond films. I assume that's quite a ubiquitous piece, so there'll be a huge offer on that one. That was going to lead us on, yes, the movie pictures, to a collection of DVDs here. So we have Pierce Brosnan in Tomorrow Never Dies. Casing looks good. Let's have a look at the disc. Looks excellent. Then we have one we can't inspect. I'd have to assume it's in mint condition, as it's still in the crinkly packaging there, cellophane. Diamonds are forever. That's another DVD. Right, so Royal Mail a few years ago released their signature James Bond stamps there, and I have a beautiful mint pack here. So the stamps themselves are well protected by the plastic casing there, which you can appreciate. The beautiful detail there, and might I add, a good selection of Bond films, some of the classics, Casino Royale, possibly from '06, GoldenEye from the late 90s. We have Timothy Dalton, Living Daylights, and as we said, one of my favourites was Sir Roger Moore in Live and Let Die. They've included On Her Majesty's Secret Service, iconically not so good, and Goldfinger. And look at this, we have the Q branch stamps as well. Some iconic scenes, and of course iconic late Desmond Llewellyn there as Q, one of my favourite characters from James Bond's of yesteryear. Quick last look at the stamps, absolutely love these. The attention to detail is phenomenal. This one has some iconic vehicles, which we'll be looking at shortly. We have Little Nelly, Aston Martin DB5 from Skyfall, the Belt Extra and Jetpack from Thunderball, and the Lotus Esprit Submarine. Speaking of stamps, we have some iconic ones here, going back even further with these designs. Cast your eye on these beautiful little babies here. Some iconic scenes. We have the original Casino Royale, Goldfinger, For Your Eyes Only, Dr. No, Diamonds Are Forever, and From Russia with Love. That was very early on there with those Bond films. There we go, that's probably the original Casino Royale there. Little stamps again, well protected, well looked after. A bit of advertising there. Very good at this. We shall try again, Mr. Bond. Going back to the man with the golden gun. I see you have your access card to the Bottoms Up Club there. This card looks beautiful. There's no defects, scuffs, creases. Lovely. And sticking with a particular Bond film, we have a replica golden gun from Scaramanga here, Scaramanga's golden gun. Iconic bit of engineering. So as you know, with Scaramanga he had to do the business before one-shot killing with his golden bullets. Fortunately you don't have a replica golden bullet with 007's name on it. But this little trinket is a lovely representation of his golden gun. So I believe it consisted of his lighter and his pen there, possibly something else there. And when he put it together, remember that scene at the table where he offers him a game of Russian roulette. That's another selection of, looks like movie cards here, movie postcards. Skyfall. Oh no, sorry, that's a collection of Bond films from the 50th anniversary. Doctor No. From Russia with Love. Goldfinger. Thunderball. Looks like these are in order as well. You Only Live Twice. Diamonds Are Forever. I need to look at one of my favourites here. Live and Let Die. We had Kananga, Whisper, Teehee, Baron Samedi. Beautiful little items these. There's Good Night. There is Bond's, should I say, the Golden Bullet with Bond's 007 on it. Shame you haven't got one of those. Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, For Your Eyes Only, and of course Octopus. That's an interesting one. And then we have the Living Daylights, performed by, I believe, Aha. I will check that one. Yep. License to Kill. Oh, look at this one. Reminds me of the game. Pierce Brosnan, GoldenEye. Classic Bond there. Tomorrow Never Dies. Well, There's Not Enough. Die Another Day. And then we had the introduction of Daniel Craig. Quite liked Casino Royale. We had Mads Mikkelsen as Sharif. Quantum of Solace. Iconic Skyfall. It's a classic Bond one. There. What we have now. Spectre, and we have No Time to Die. As you know, the Bond franchise is forever growing and evolving. Right, we'll cover some vehicles lastly. Penultimate item, I believe, unless you have anything else up your sleeve, Mr. Bond, is this essential Bond booklet that deals with, chronologically, some facts from the Bond films. No creases. You have not folded over any of the edges. Lovely spine. This is, as it says, essential for any Bond fan. Minor crease there. we go, so all the way to Tomorrow Never Dies. We have some information on the Bond films and then further reading. Let's just select something for you. At least something for me to have a look at. Ah yeah, there we go, Octopus it. You have Kamal Khan. Essentially, we have the directors, producers, everybody involved. So, information on the movie, so we have the assignment. There you go, 007's women, Octopussy, Magda, and the villains. Bond's allies, remember VJ? He's actually a professional tennis player. Bond was in India for this one at some point. Bond's vehicles, there we go. And there is Desmond Llewellyn attempting to get himself a piece of the action. Bond can't have all the fun. Is he impressed with all those lovely women with his gadgets? There we go, we have toy replica, the Deadly Spin Saw, and Octopus's Circus there. I must say I'm very impressed with this collection. I'm going to be blown away next. Right, some vehicles from some Bond films, iconic. We have Goldfinger's Rolls Royce there. You remember, I think he used this when he was playing golf with Sean Connery and Odd Job, of course. And if you look closely, you can see a cast of Odd Job there. Lovely little die cast, substantial weight. These are going to be worth some coin. In Thunderball we have the Aston Martin DB5. We inspect as well, a bit more closely. So this one is held in place with a little bit of manufacturer's tape there. Ooh, what a vehicle. From Die Another Day we have the Aston Martin V12 Vanquish there. Pierce Brosnan was a lucky man there. With all the gadgets, you can even see some guns popping up from that one. Unadulterated pieces here. Here we go, it's this little Nelly, the gyrocopter from You Only Live Twice. So I've got the wrong vehicle there. What do you think of that? It's really iconic pieces. A bit of blade movement there. Fabulous. Ah yes, we covered this one, didn't we? The underwater Lotus vehicle. It was from the Speyer Luftme. Very streamlined vehicle. Sub-aquatic propellers, surface-to-air missiles, and we had subaquatic fins. There's the iconic green and yellow Lotus logo there. Fabulous. Love that one. Right, so one of the earlier ones from Russia with Love, we have the Chevrolet truck here. It's a much bigger box, this one. And with this one, actually reveals the rest of the collection on the back there. If you could get your hands on some more of these, I would be very willing to meet you again. Just a slight scuff on the card there, the cardboard. Right, and we have a Maserati Bi-Turbo 425 from Aston Sticky up there. I can't say I have a big interest in cars themselves, apart from Ferraris, but still these would be lovely little items to house in a collection or a museum. Seven. Right, do you have any more Bond items on you before we make the final offer? Right, well, let me have a look, please. Right, thank you. Something a bit new and interesting here. GoldenEye 64, only for N64. One of the most iconic, best games ever produced. Certainly top of many people's list of N64 titles. What I will do is pop this into a console and check it's working. These are iconic items, very rare, and not only do they hold their price, they actually exceed it. So this is good news for you if you're looking to get rid, and it works. favourite moment. I'm going to part with some of this cash, all being well. Let's make you an offer. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10 and 15. 115 British pounds. Her Majesty, are you going to accept this offer?